listening to Fountain of Thought with your hosts, Dennis Fountain and Sunny Rain. One small step for man, one giant leap for America.
This show contains adult themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everyone, to the Fountain of Thought podcast, broadcasting from the Erickson Memorial Studios. This is the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Leave us a voicemail on our listener line at 413-612-8037. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at TalkFOT, or visit our website at fountainofthought.com. Hey, Sunny Rain, how are you doing today?
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It is that time of the year again.
Oh, what time is that?
Christmas time, my favorite time.
It's Christmas time? Well, no. Christmas time is not your favorite time.
What's my favorite time?
Halloween is your favorite time.
Okay, my second favorite.
That tastes good.
You just love to eat that whole spoonful if I'm right, don't you?
I'm always right.
Oh, is he like this?
We have in our studio Holly Fountain! Woo! Am I always right?
No.
No.
Chuck one up for the younger Fountain.
No.
Well, guess what?
What?
You've got mail.
Ooh, boy.
After last week's show, and what was our subject matter to refresh anybody who didn't hear it?
Last week's show, well, we talked about sexual harassment.
Right, but then we kind of mutated it towards how no matter what you say, everybody's going to take it wrong.
With political correctness, that it's gone a little bit too far.
Okay, well, one of our fans sent in this card. I'm not going to bore you with the writing and stuff. Just the general point of the letter on it was, because of the holiday season, Christmas.
Yes.
And the subject matter we were talking about, it kind of struck him funny. And upon reading it, it struck me funny as well. But I want to give it to you and have you read these because this is it's pretty fun. Top 10 politically correct Christmas carols.
Number 10. Oh, holiday tree. I get it. Oh, Christmas tree. Okay, I get it. Number 9. Have yourself a merry little day after winter. Number 8. Frosty the Snow Person. They must go to Westfield. Number 7, chestnuts roasting on a safely contained, continuously monitored, co-friendly, non-toxic outdoor fire for which I do have a permit. Actually, you don't need a permit if you're cooking food. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, if you're cooking food, you don't need a permit. Higher power, resty, merry gentlemen. I'm trying to read things into these, and I get it. Number 5, grandma allegedly got run over by an unidentified non-human perpetrator. Number 4, deck the halls with boughs of endangered foliage if office policy permits. Hark the herald, mythical winged creature sings. And number 2, I saw mommy greeting Santa Claus with a purely platonic expression of an inoffensive mutual affection. There we go. That's last week's topic. And the number 1, everyone. I'll be home for a short period of time in December. Thank you, listening audience, for your ever-present knowledge.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
That is funny. Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, but it's true. I mean, as stupid as that exactly sums up what we were talking about last week. How no matter what you say, if you open your mouth, somebody's got an opinion of why you shouldn't say it that way. You shouldn't do it that way.
That is true.
By the way, in case anybody wants to know, last week's show was not one of my best.
Nor have the last 10.
Oh.
And also, in case you want to know what an asshole is, it sits right next to me.
It's not me.
Holly, you shouldn't talk
Not
about our
me.
guest Holly that way. That is very rude and insensitive.
You are something else. You really are.
I am. That is true. I am something else.
They didn't just break the mold. They pushed it down the staircase.
That's right.
And whatever little pieces they found, they melted it down.
I am an original.
That's putting it mildly. Oh, my God.
All right. Are we ready for some football?
Football, you bet, baby.
All right, so someone last week was laughing at my picks, saying they were horrible, that they were ridiculous, and I kept saying, well, who's in the lead? Who's in the lead? And they said, oh, yeah, well, you just wait till this week. And I could play it back, but I won't, because I don't really, I don't want to, pour, salt on the wound. But just so we know, you and I are both tied at 13 for last week.
Last week, you would have been talking about hockey, and I would have been giving you basketball picks.
And our total score is I'm at 150, you're at 146.
I'm at 150. You're at 146.
All right, what you got for us this week?
All right, well, the Detroit Lions are going to go over and visit the Cincinnati Bengals. What do you think?
I went with
So did I.
the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions as well.
Who are you taking, Holly?
I have no idea.
Buffalo Bills over in Foxborough.
I think I'm going with the Pats.
I'm going with the Pats, too. Makes me nervous, though.
How about that game last week, though? Come on.
I had to be at Walmart the very next day to buy a brand new set of underwear because I had to change them 4 times. But how do they just keep getting so damn lucky?
Why don't I?
I mean, it's just somebody's always there at the right place at the right time lately.
Well, some will say it's luck. Some will say it's skill. Others will say it's cheating.
Oh, that's, let's see, 49% of the states say it's cheating.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got Tampa Bay going to Carolina.
Again, I'm going with the Panthers.
Yeah, me too, Panthers.
Panthers.
Denver Broncos with the Washington Redskins.
I'm taking the Redskins.
I am taking the Redskins as well.
Really, are you?
Yep.
Okay.
The Bolts from now in Los Angeles are going over to visit the Jets.
I am
Sucks.
taking the electrified Bolts.
I'm taking the Jets.
You already got burned. You're going to get burned again,
Did you see the way they played this week?
Gonna get burned.
They're scaring me.
Okay.
They're scaring me. Miami's going to go over to Arrowhead Stadium and is it still Arrowhead Stadium?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And visit the Chiefs. What do you think?
I think that's going to be a tough game, but I picked the Chiefs.
I picked the Chiefs as well.
Yeah.
That city that doesn't have a team that keeps, I don't know, they keep ending up on our sheet every week. The Browns?
Who?
I know.
I don't. I went with a non-Brown team.
Yeah, but I don't know who this fictitious team is from Cleveland, but I went with Chicago.
I took Chicago as well.
Atlanta Falcons are going to soar on into the New Orleans Saints territory.
I took the Saints.
I took the Saints as well, too. The Rams are going to go over and visit the Titans.
I took the Horny Toads.
The who?
The Horny Toads? They got horns, Horns?
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Rams.
Bad joke. I took the Titans.
Dodge Ram.
I took the Titans.
Alrighty.
Jaguars are going to go visit the 49ers.
I went with the Jaguars.
I went with the Jaguars, too, but you watching Garoppolo, he is...
I know, isn't he good?
Ooh.
He's good.
I predicted
well,
that.
we know he's been good, but I mean, I'm glad he's getting an opportunity to showcase himself. Yeah,
but he is he's got a lot of Brady in him.
That would be cool if we had a Garoppolo Brady Super Bowl, wouldn't it?
That would be sad.
Come on.
I like rivalries. I don't like friendly things like that. That's awful. Seattle Seahawks are going to go visit the Dallas Cowboys.
I went with the Cowboys.
I went with the Cowboys, too.
America's team.
I hate Seattle. I don't know.
You hate Seattle? Holly likes Seattle.
I don't know.
Why would I like Seattle?
Because they have green uniforms.
I like them now.
That's not green. That's puke.
Green is a beautiful color.
Yes, if it's green, not puke.
Is there any shade or color of green that is not beautiful, Holly?
No,
olive green?
I accept all greens.
See?
So if I pull a big snot out of my nose, you're going to like that too?
Sure, if it's green.
See, the younger generation, the millennial generation, they accept all colors.
Yeah, I know. They're so open-minded. Yes. New York Giants are going to go into the former Arizona Cardinals. I mean, the former St. Louis Cardinals, who are now the Arizona Cardinals.
I went with the former.
You're taking the St. Louis Cardinals?
I am. Yeah.
I'm taking the Cardinals as well. The Pittsburgh Steelers, pissed off with Mike Tomlin and all, are going to go visit the Texans.
I took the Steelers.
Yeah, I took the Steelers, too. Raiders against the Eagles.
Went with Big Birds. Again, the big bird of the country.
I took the Raiders. Yep. Colts against the Ravens. Ravens are at home.
I went with Quoth. Nevermore. The Ravens.
Yep, me as well.
Edgar Allan Poe's team.
And finally, we got the Minnesota Vikings are going into
This is
Green
going to
Bay.
be a good game.
No, it's not.
It's going to be a good game, and I went against my team, and I picked Minnesota.
I took Green Bay because I think Minnesota's going to rest their starters.
You think so?
Well, they already got everything sewn up, so why bother? Well, I don't know about the seeding, but I don't know. I don't see them risking injury.
I think their ego's going to get in the way, and they can't stop themselves. They want to win.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
So those are our picks, ladies and gentlemen.
And as usual, if you win something from those, please pass it on to Fountain of Thought. All right, so this is not a trick question. Sonny, when you get into your car and you turn it on and you start to drive, what do you do next?
Pick my nose.
After you've picked your snots, what do you do next?
Well, if I know where you're going with this, the radio, but
Yeah.
my radios are broken in most of my vehicles, so it doesn't much matter.
How about you, Holly? Do you listen to the radio?
Yep.
You listen to a radio station?
Actually, yes, I
Yes.
listen to Rock 102.
All right. You listen to a radio station or you listen to music through your phone?
Mostly the radio station.
Really? You do?
Yep.
Okay.
96.5.
96.5. Give a plug out to TIC.
They're all playing a mix now, so they all sound the same to me.
Well, that's because they're all owned by the same people. Growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be a radio DJ. That was my dream, to be a disc jockey on the radio. That was something that I've always wanted to do. I never wanted to do television or anything like that. It was always radio. Part of it was because of my love of music, that I love music so much, and that I always wanted to do that. I would, in my basement, for those of you that don't know, we're in New England. And in New England, we had a cold cellar. And basically what we had was a room where you would store stuff. And it goes back hundreds of years, where you would take, your supplies from the summer, from your vegetables and your fruits and all that stuff, and you'd put them in cold storage. You had a special room where in this room things would keep over the winter. That's
You put your canning goods in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't use that for that purposes in my house growing up. We used that as a production studio for my DJing. So in my basement, I would pretend to DJ. And I would make mixed tapes. Those are cassette tapes for those millennials.
We all know what mixtapes are.
Yeah, no, you know a mixed CD. You don't know a mixed tape. And I would make those, but I would do them a little differently than normal people, because it wasn't just music, it was me. I'd put my voice over them because I wanted to be a DJ. So growing up, that was always my goal in life. That was what I wanted to do. Nowadays, they've taken all of the fun and all of the interesting originality that goes along with radio broadcasting and removed that. Like you said, they all sound the same. That's because they are. And if you listen to the news on HY, it's a local station here. It's AM 560 WHYN. And then you go to, and I don't know what the number is, but it's WORC, which is Worcester. And then there's one in Boston, and there was one in New Hampshire.
Is 94.7 WMAS?
That's
still
WMAS.
around? Yeah, they still are.
Yeah. When I would go to New Hampshire, I had to go to New Hampshire on a lot of trips. I would listen to, I like talk radio because I like the news. So I would listen to that. Well, the newscast that they had in Springfield is the exact same newscast that they have in Vermont. And the reason is because they're all owned by the same company and they play the same thing. Everything is all from one studio and it's just smeared out everywhere. Now, there are some caveats to that, because usually in drive time in the morning time, you'll do something a little different. So you will have a local sports or something. And I will tell you, it was funny. When I was working here at the radio station for WARE, we would do our morning news. What would happen is the news would come in over a satellite, and I would take that and I would put it on what was called a cart, which was basically like an 8-track tape that would repeat over and over again. So when you played it, it would cue itself up to play again. They were called carts. So I would take the news and I would put it on there. But then to stay local, we would get a meteorologist who would come in and give us our forecast. And this guy was out of Connecticut, and he worked with all of the radio stations. And what the funny part here is that I'd call him in the morning. It was really quick. You had to be really fast because the guy didn't, he just blew through this. But the funny thing is, the first thing he says, okay, what's the temperature over there? He didn't know. So we'd have to give him our local temperature. So then he would change his forecast to be what we were experiencing here and where.
Yeah, custom tailored.
Yeah, exactly. So that was funny. But nowadays they're doing this whole group thing. First of all, radio isn't like what it's used to be, and I think that's part of the problem. The other part of the problem is nobody wants to listen to commercials anymore. Just like television and radio, they don't want to listen to commercials. Radio is dying, folks. Like we talked about before, the cinema and cutting the cord and networks and all that stuff, radio is on the demise. People are Spotifying, Pandora, and to a certain extent, iHeartRadio, but iHeartRadio owns almost every single radio station that's out there, and they're in deep doo-doo. In November, Cumulus, which you mentioned WMAS, they're a Cumulus radio station. Cumulus filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They are the third largest owner and operator of radio stations in the United States. So all of this stuff comes from Atlanta, and they pipe it out to all of these radio stations. You've got the number 3 filing bankruptcy. Now, here's the big one. On the heels of Cumulus filing bankruptcy this week, iHeartMedia, which controls 90% of Clear Channel, is also headed for bankruptcy. They have $15 billion in debt. So they went before an SEC hearing on Thursday to determine whether they're going to file bankruptcy, and it appears they are. So now you have the number 1 and the number 3 radio conglomerate filing for bankruptcy. You also have struggles with the number 2, which is basically, it's called Entercom, but the major partner in that is CBS. They are also struggling. They haven't filed bankruptcy, but they are struggling as well. So you've got the number 1, iHeartRadio. They have 859 stations, and they're number 1 in the market. Number 2 is Entercom, CBS. Depends on how you look at it. For major markets, they're number 2. As far as stations go, Cumulus is second. So here's what I know I'm throwing these numbers. They look at 2 things on a radio market: how many stations you have, and then how many listeners you have per se by the major markets. So iHeartRadio is number 1, no matter how you look at it. Number 2, as far as stations go, is Cumulus. They have 442 radio stations, but they're number 3 as far as the major market. So what happens if iHeart and Cumulus file bankruptcy? Do they get bought out by someone else? Is someone going to buy those radio stations?
All this is interesting. Okay, we'll just give it that as a title. And it's interesting, okay? But the fact remains is this, okay? Most people don't even know what the fuck radio is, okay?
Well, they turn it on and they expect to hear music.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is radio to us is radio to us.
I know I take it differently.
Well, first of all, let's go backwards and give a little background here. Radio is a way for us to communicate with one another on a social basis. Like, I don't know about you, but on the weekends, when I was going through high school, one of the big things that we used to love to do was listen to Rock 102 because it was a rock block weekend. And they would always take whatever artist, Def Leppard, Rolling Stones, it didn't matter. And they would play 3 songs in a row. And then they would open up the call lines and say, if you'd like to hear a particular artist, call in. And they involved the audience. The audience got involved. And then go even back even further to the 50s when you had guys like
Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack here behind the radio. And it was always crowd, participation. There was contests. There was things that you had to dial in for. Okay, we're giving away this. This is going to go to the 7th caller. Today's youth are more into the iPods and these subscription
Spotify and Pandora.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So radio to them, that's our only choice. We get into a car and there's nothing else. Okay, just turn the radio on. I want to hear music. Okay, they're not understanding the whole experience where it used to be behind it. Remember how we used to sit there and they used to have certain hours blocked aside where you could send out songs to your sweetheart.
Oh yeah, dedications.
Love dedications and this.
Yep.
Okay,
I think it was like every Tuesday night or something at 7
So the younger audience out there understands it was little shows, it was segments.
Yeah, but we also didn't get the music either. Music is not readily available back then as it is today. You can go download whatever you want in 2 seconds.
Yes, I understand that, but that was the fun of it. The fun of it was
waiting to hear your favorite song. And then for us, I remember getting my tape recorder ready to record it so I could listen to it. And I was always pissed when the freaking DJ would talk over it.
Right.
You
Okay.
know?
So my point is, when you're sitting here and you're talking about all these facts about how they're filing bankruptcy and this is happening, the younger audience out there is going to be listening to this going, whatever, who cares? Because it's not our first choice anyway. And
well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's going.
Right. But the thing is, what you're talking about is only going to make sense to people our age or older, or maybe
Holly,
little younger.
What do you think? Do you care if there's a radio station on the radio? Does it matter to you?
You mean if there's a radio? Like
if you turn on the radio and there's a radio station there, do you want that? Or do you want to turn on the radio and have no station there?
I want there to be my stations.
Your free station.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. I have satellite radio in the car, Sirius XM. That's all that's it. You know, let's say I don't have it in the Jeep. So what I'm getting at is that I will listen to Sirius over broadcast regular free radio any day of the week. And the reason is there's no commercials.
Well, you're a big commercial hater. You do the same thing with television.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I actually enjoy commercials as long as they don't overdo it. You know, I don't mind 2 or 3. I'll even go 4 in a row. That's fine if they're interesting, because I like to hear what they have to say out there.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear the comic in it. I like to hear the writing. The commercial part of it doesn't bother me. That is entertainment. You can actually develop a liking for a particular commercial, and you're waiting for a commercial just as well as waiting for a song. I mean, that used to be that way for me. I mean, just to put on, like you're talking about, XM, we're completely different. I could never just get in a car, plug in or turn on, or however you guys do this, and just listen to random music, song after
random,
another.
Though. What do you mean random music? You pick a whole category.
Whatever, okay, but it doesn't matter. Just because I like 80s rock doesn't mean I like every song.
No, but it's no different than you turning into Rock 102 when they had the Rock Block Weekend. Except now you get it. They have 3 stations that are just specifically tuned to that. What I'm getting at is that it's dying. Like everything else, it's a dying art form that's going away. It's going to be gone eventually, but eventually it's going to go. And the numbers are showing it. I'm not going to bore you with all the numbers, but they're down by over $2 billion a year, and it's been progressive. Every year they've lost $2 billion in ad revenue, which means people aren't listening. They're going away. They're filing bankruptcy. Free radio stations are going to be gone, or you're going to have one major monopoly that's going to be there that's going to control the whole thing. It's not like it used to be. Let me ask you a question. Growing up, did you have a favorite DJ?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, see, I did.
I was just an avid listener. You wanted to be in the profession. There's a difference.
Well, I did, but you know,
if you want to be an actor, you're gonna study different actors and how they do their performances and how their facial expressions and what they come out with. If you're just somebody who watches movies, you could give a crap less.
Well, I don't know. I Gary Craig was my favorite over at TIC. Electonimus. I was never a Howard Stern fan.
Well,
but
you know. We're supposed to be on radio. I'm going to say when we got into early MTV, then yes, I had
VJs.
VJs were different because visually, certain ones they just irritate. You know how certain people just irritate you.
Yeah,
but radio, no.
Didn't you listen to? You didn't listen to Gary Craig in the morning going to school? See that?
I walked to school, so no, I didn't listen to the radio.
Maybe that was with the little group I was in, but it was my whole class.
I remember Gary Craig. Don't get me wrong.
That was the big thing. We'd listen to Gary Craig in the morning, and on Thursdays he had Dirty Joke of the Week. You'd hear the joke, and you had to call in for the punchline.
I remember that. Yeah,
and then it was all throughout the day. We'd go, "Did you get the punchline? Did you get the punchline? Does anyone know what the punchline is?" And then that was the topic for the whole day. That was a big thing. Maybe it was just because of where I lived. I don't know, but that was a big thing for us.
Demographics,
I guess.
Again, there's a difference between. It's like me being in a rock band, okay? I studied, I listened to music differently than you did. I listened to music for, structure and instrumentation and could our band
Like I look at the movies, lighting and art direction. And,
kind of basically the same thing. Back years ago, you'd listen to music. They'd go in the studios and they'd lay track after track after track after track after track, and the song was so big and bold and thick and rich. And then when you'd go see it live, you'd go, "Ew."
Oh, yes, I know.
A good example of that was like bands like Van Halen, when you had three-piece, bass, drums, and a great lead guitarist. Well, the guitar guy would go in and he'd lay down all these tracks when they're recording the studio, the rhythm tracks and the little licks he wants to put in over that, and then the solo laid in over that. Well, then of course when they went live, all you had back in that was just a bass line, and it became very thin. Yeah. So to correct that, they started putting musicians under the stage where you couldn't see them to try to thicken the music up and make it sound a little better. But then you had bands like Duran Duran who were honest about it. They openly came out and said, we're a studio band. This is how we create our music. So they would tour with an entire huge, not just them on stage, but they'd have
orchestra. 3
girls doing backups, and they'd have extra musicians and extra percussionists and things of that nature. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but the point is when I listened to music or I listened to the radio, those were the things that I was paying attention to. You were more paying attention to the disc jockey point of view because that was your dream.
Oh, I like the DJ. I like the music as well.
And you were a DJ. Yeah. So I mean, it was that was your passion. It's the same thing. We both travel the same roads, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
What my point was, where this goes all the way back to the beginning, is when you started this thing about what's happening to radio. I just wanted to clear up or give a little bit of a general education to the younger listeners of what radio really meant to us and what radio used to be, and what it is today is not even closely the same. So these facts that you're saying to support why it's going bye-bye is because it's just not what it used to be. And what's causing that, now you can continue. And
well,
give
who do
your
you got
opinion.
now? You got Ryan Seacrest. Who else? Who's a DJ that you know? Ryan Seacrest would be the only one, right?
He's a DJ?
Yes, he's a DJ. Well, he took over for Casey Kasem, America's Top 40. He's a DJ.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's one you brought up, Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
I used to love to listen to his America's Top 40, but you know why?
Yeah.
Because he was Mark on Battle of the Planets.
Oh, yeah.
And
but I mean, you had Dick Clark, Casey. You had all these DJs.
Now, Dick Clark, I never followed.
Well, he was older. That's why he was. Yeah. For us growing up, he was more of a game show host than he was DJ. But back to the original, our very first episode of the show, we talked about things going away. We talked about the circus. No longer is a circus. No one's going to experience the circus anymore. It's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's gone. And then we talked about television and movie theaters, how we think those are going to go, or television's going to manipulate, but movie theaters are the next. Here's something else. Radio. Free radio, the way it is now, is going to go by the wayside.
Yeah, but you know what? We said that years ago. We said that about the drive, and the drive was going to completely disappear. But the drive is making a comeback. Because sometimes something that's that old,
it becomes nostalgic.
You're pulling those. Get out of my head.
Yeah.
You're in my brain again. I hate when you do that.
Yeah.
If it's nostalgic, yes, it's gonna fade away for a while.
Well, I don't mean it's going to go away off the face of the planet and you'll never see it again.
You're still going to get. I'm not going to use generation names like millennials. Younger people coming up, you're still going to have certain groups of them that, for whatever reason, if it's a gene, I don't know what it is, but they just become history buffs. And I don't mean history as in,
I know what you're saying,
in world history or news history, but they become interested in what we did for entertainment. And that spawns a generation that decides, it's cool if we brought back the radio.
Yeah.
And so I think the radio is going to go away and it's going to fade away, but it's not going to go away completely.
No, I agree with that.
I think eventually at some point it's going to make a comeback. It's not going to go completely away. It's just going to lose more interest. It's going to be very low key, but eventually radio is always going to be there.
We'll see where it takes us. Any final thoughts on the radio there, Holly? You've been so talkative during this whole thing that I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
No time for me to talk.
No time for you to talk.
Actually, I got a couple of questions for you. You said you do listen to radio.
Yep.
Okay. Is it just the car, or do you ever listen to radio outside the car? like in a dorm room or something.
Do you have a radio? Let's put it that way.
No.
Who has a radio these days? Nobody. Other than in the car, who has a radio?
That's amazing.
I know, isn't it? What are you going to do if there's an emergency? We used to, okay, here's a perfect example. When you're going to school, you're back in our day when we would go to school and there's a snowstorm outside. What's the first thing you do?
Listen for that big horn at the fire station.
We didn't
to
have
go
a
off.
horn. We tuned into the radio
WARE.
station. Yeah, we turned into, and we did too. We listened to that station.
Well, when I grew up, the way things worked in my house was there was a radio in the kitchen, and my mother was always the first to rise. You know, she was the typical housewife, the Mrs. Brady type, you know, rolled in with Alice all together. And she would get up and start breakfast. And the first thing she'd do is she'd put the radio on, and that would be her company in the background.
Yeah.
But as we got up, that's how we got the news. And
Right.
You're right. That's how she would find out the details of whether or not, even though the horn went off, sometimes that meant not just
a delay or something.
it could have been a delay. Yeah. So the radio, but it was a big part in the background. But what happens today with all this technology?
Do you know how you find out today?
How?
They call you. It's a robocall or a text. That's how it, I mean, you can still listen to the radio. They still have cancellations, but that's how you know. You get a text from the school saying there's no school or it's been a delay. Anyways, it's different. Everything's different.
Well, see, it's hard for me because, again, you know, you have a wife, you have children. I never got married. I'm a bachelor, so a lot of this stuff I'm just oblivious to. I never knew or didn't even enter my mind.
Yeah.
But as you're telling me right now, I'm just shocked because I assumed everybody still had a radio in their dorm.
No radio.
That's just
I wouldn't even. I have a boom box. That's what I call it.
We used to have a boom box.
Yeah.
We had a radio on it we used to listen to, but when we were younger.
Yeah, but I don't even think I've seen one in the store. Have you? Have you seen a boom box in a store?
you can still get them. Yes,
I know you can, but not like
Walmart's got them.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for this topic. You know. All right, folks. We're going to be right back after I trim my toenails with Sonny's teeth.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Wit and charm DJs Dennis and Sonny have. Fountainofthought.com, website you go. Episodes new every Friday at 7.
Welcome back, everyone. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor or advertising on our show, please drop us an email at talkfot@gmail.com.
You know, interestingly enough, your toes taste pretty good.
Do they? Yeah. Well, I put a little seasoning on them for you. A little the barbecue seasoning. Did you taste that?
Don't tell me what it is.
Oh, it was barbecue seasoning.
It was very delicious.
Good.
The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Yes, true or false headlines.
All right, everyone. True or False Headlines is being sponsored by the Ludlow Lions Club. Do you want to help those in need in your neighborhood? Volunteer to help today by visiting ludlowlions.org or by calling 754-900-ROAR. All right, how this works is I will read two headlines. One is true, one is false. You will tell me which is true and which is false. All right, so this is, Holly, your favorite part of the show, I understand?
Yep.
Yeah, favorite part.
I'm pretty good.
You're pretty good
when
at this?
I'm listening.
Yeah? Okay.
I am pretty good.
Well, then I'm going to surrender this section
Oh,
over to
no.
our guest.
You are not surrendering. We'll ask you both. No surrender here. All right, one is true, one is false. Doctor uses gene-spliced ape-human sperm to impregnate ape, or doctor uses his own sperm to impregnate women.
I'm going with number 2 as being correct.
I'm saying the first one's correct.
The number 2 is correct. The doctor uses his own sperm to impregnate women. A retired Indiana infertility specialist who used his own sperm to impregnate unwitting patients will not face prison time. Dr. Donald Klein, 79, was given a 1-year suspended sentence by Marion Superior Court on Thursday after pleading guilty to 2 counts of obstruction of justice for lying to authorities. The prominent doctor who graduated from medical school in 1964 and retired in 2009 may have fathered dozens of children. Private DNA testing has shown Klein is the biological father of at least 23 people.
Oh, my God.
Prosecutors are unable to file additional charges against Klein because there is no law in the books in Indiana that prohibits fertility doctors from using their own sperm. Don't you think that would be like a number one thing?
1, 2, 3. He's a loser. They don't
Yeah.
mind what he says. He's a loser.
Victim Liz White said she is working with legislative committees to criminalize it. According to a probable cause affidavit, the Indiana Attorney General's office launched an investigation into Klein in 2014 after 2 adult children of Klein's former patients filed a complaint. The complainants said they had submitted their DNA to a private company to research their ancestry. When their DNA was entered into the company's database, they were matched to several other individuals. Further investigation by the complainants revealed their mothers had been all patients of Klein. Klein, authorities said, confessed to 6 adults who suspected him of being their father that he donated his own sperm approximately 50 times between 1971 and 81. Dr. Klein admitted to doing wrong by inseminating the woman with his own sperm, but felt that he was helping women because they really wanted a baby. Also, he felt pressure to use his own sperm because he didn't have access to fresh sperm. You can have fresh and stale sperm.
You got another question?
Klein deceived patients who sought his help, telling him he was artificially inseminating them with donated sperm with no single donor that would be used more than 3 times, the affidavit said. I was scared, I was foolish in my actions, and I should not have lied, said Klein.
Yeah, he was whacking off into a turkey baster and popping it in.
And charging them. I guess he was charging these people.
Let's go back here for a second. Did you say he was from India?
Indiana. State of Indiana.
Oh, I thought you said he was from India.
No,
Okay,
Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana. Yeah. All right. 1 for Sonny and none for Holly.
That
Yeah,
was
but
just
let
a
me
warm-up.
clear that up before somebody goes, where was he going with that? When I was wondering when you said Indian, because I was going to say, well, wasn't the first clue when this baby
When the
was
baby
born
came out.
it's going to have some sort of,
Yeah, but you don't know when I don't know.
No, I'm saying when they have the baby, you're obviously
I know
gonna,
if it comes out black and you're white, you want to wonder where the sperm came from.
I'm not saying it'd have to be that drastic,
Yeah,
but you're
but-
going to say, well, that's kind of an odd feature. That's cool. Why is that so dark when I'm so olive white?
I don't know enough about the
I don't know.
whole sperm donation thing to find out whether you can. You must be able to request right? You can request. I want a white baby. Who's going to request a? I know it's anonymous, but you must be able to request.
Well, there can't be any shortage of sperm. Go to any high school and just
Yeah.
talk to the
Okay.
sophomore and junior class. They'll get as much as they
Good
want.
enough. All right. Here is the next one. Human foot found with 8 toes, an anthropology dig, or 13th human foot washes ashore in Canada.
Say that 13 what?
Human foot found with 8 toes in anthropology dig,
Yeah, I got that.
or 13th human foot washes ashore in Canada. We'll go
I've
with
been
Holly
to Canada.
first.
I have not seen any feet.
You saw
wash
no
ashore,
feet wash ashore.
So I'm going to stick with the first one.
You're going to think the first one is real, is true.
Yes.
I'm going
Mr.
to
Rain.
say I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go with the
With the 13th
What,
human
13th?
foot washes?
yeah.
You are correct, Mr.
Oh my
Rain.
gosh.
I saw that and I went, how is that possible that 13 feet have washed ashore? Where are the rest of the bodies? The human foot, with part of a leg still attached, was washed ashore in British Columbia last week and reportedly the 13th disembodied foot to wash up on the province's coastline in the last decade. Mike Johns, 56, was walking his dog along the Jordan River beach, roughly 70 miles southwest of Vancouver, when he made the grisly discovery. Quote, "It's just a freaky thing that it happened to be here," he told the New York Times. The coroner's office is examining the remains. Our early analysis suggests these are human remains, and it looks like a foot. What do they think they are? Yeah. They're human. It's not Bigfoot. The human remains, and we will do further investigation and testing to help determine identification in the coming weeks, said spokesman Andy Watson. Of the other 12 feet that have been found along the British Columbia coast since 2007, 10 have been identified as belonging to people who died on accident or by suicide. Another belonged to a missing man whose boat capsized more than 20 years ago. according to the Vancouver Sun.
Why are they always
So,
feet, though?
yeah, where's
Even
the
if
rest
they
of them?
died,
I agree
why
with
is
you.
It just their feet?
Where's the rest of the bodies? I mean, I know that the animals eat them, but why aren't the skulls coming up, or a hand? Why is it a foot? Why are 13 feet
I wonder if it's
washing
the
up?
left foot or the right foot.
Apparently, these particular feet need Dr. Scholl's.
I guess. I don't know. But
Little
so
foot spray, some powder, little cleaning.
Well, if there's 20 years, they're still finding people, so there is still hope for Gilligan's Island.
They're finding feet, not people.
I know,
Just
but
their feet.
but I mean, if you've been lost for 20 years, I mean, so Gilligan still has a chance, right? He could be rescued.
Or his foot could be.
His foot could
Yeah.
be. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the Fountain of Thought segment, where your all-omnipotent host, Dennis Fountain, ponders life events.
A question that it's been going on forever and ever and ever. And I was telling you before the show, a game show got it wrong. I think they got it wrong, but I did my research and I came up with a different answer. And I want to hear what you have to say off the cuff.
All right, so you watched a TV game show and you believe one of the answers was incorrect.
Well, I just heard something and
Okay.
I said, well, that's different because that's the first time I ever heard that explanation. But anyway,
Okay.
here's the old question that we always hear about.
All right.
What is the difference between a brown egg and a white egg? Chicken eggs, that is.
Well, they say brown eggs are fresh because they're local, but basically...
Brown eggs, local eggs, and local eggs are fresh.
eggs. Yes, it's just the hen. It's just there are pink eggs, there are blue eggs. In fact, my neighbor down the road has pink and blue eggs.
I've seen blue eggs.
Yeah, what's her name? Heather has blue eggs. Yeah. It's just the type of hen. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's fresh or anything. It's just the type of egg.
Exactly, because that's the research I have where they're saying it goes by also breeds.
Right,
There's
yeah.
different breeds of chickens.
Yeah, the type
and
of
you're
chicken.
right, there's different colors and stuff. But on this game show, they asked the celebrity, and the celebrity came out with some ridiculous answer, and the contestant said, "No, I disagree." And they said, "You're correct. The real reason is it goes by feather color." And
You mean brown feathers are brown eggs and pink feathers are pink eggs? Is that what they're... White feathers are white?
No, that's all they said. They said that the pigment of the eggshell goes by how dark the feathers are in the chicken. And I was like, that's the first I've ever heard that one.
Well, the different breeds are different colors.
Well,
so.
yeah, you're reading that into it, but
Right.
they're saying the primary
Oh, that's the only reason? Oh,
is
no.
that you could have a white chicken
Yeah,
right
you're
here,
right.
and it's only going to
Yep.
give birth to white.
No, they're wrong.
I mean, if you have a leghorn chicken that gives birth to brown eggs and it happens to be white, it's still going to give brown eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was saying. That's my point on that. The problem is there's so many answers flying around about this that what just gets my ass out in general is that they charge more for brown eggs at the store than they do white eggs.
Well, because the egg industry has you believing that brown eggs are local eggs and local eggs are fresh.
Okay, but that's
It's
a lie.
advertising. You're right.
Now, isn't there laws against that?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a lie. It's because that breed happens to be around here. I don't know. I don't know enough about chickens and eggs to know if they have brown eggs in California, either because they're local to here. They're from here. I don't know if they would be local in, say, California.
Are you sure they're just local here?
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I said I'm not sure. I don't know whether.
Well, this is. I know this is kind of weird, but this is something we got to look into because it's been going on for years. It irritates me because if there actually is no difference, which obviously there's no difference in taste.
No, there's no difference in taste.
Once you
Yeah.
crack the shell, the egg is the egg.
Yeah, that's true.
It's about time somebody gets down to the point of why is this, and if that's the case, then charge the same price. Knock off this, brown eggs are more, they're special, they're better, they're fresher, they're better for you, they got more vitamins. I've heard it all, and it's all
Eggland's
bullshit.
best. Like Eggland's best, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Is your pool looking like your future? A little murky? Then let No Worries for You. Professional pool service handle all your pool needs. Serving Orange, Osceola, and Polk counties in Florida. Clear your mind by clearing your pool. Give them a call today at 407-953-7926. All right, how this works is Sonny and I will volley movie sound clips at each other and attempt to stump one another and win food. We'll have 3 attempts to do this with 1 pass and 1 clue option. At the end of every month, the loser of this game will buy the winner lunch as well as a lucky listener. And at the end of the year, we'll do the same, but for dinner. You can play along by entering our contest at fountainofthought.com, and you too could win a lunch or dinner gift card. For details and regulations, please visit our website at fountainofthought.com. Now, for the month, we stand with Dennis 8, Sonny 10, and for the year, Sonny's ahead by 1.
Okay, who goes first?
I usually do. It is a comedy.
This is the concierge, sir. I knew it was you. I could smell you getting off the elevator. You was here last night, too, wasn't you?
Yes, sir. I was.
You was here, and you was smooching with my brother.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, sir.
Don't give me that. You've been smooching with everybody. Snuffy, Al, Leo, Little Mo with the gimpy leg, Cheeks, Bony Bob, Cliff. I could go on forever, baby.
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you're mistaken.
Home Alone 3.
Sorry, it's Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Oh, shit.
Would you have given it to him if he just said Home Alone?
He's just...
No,
that was,
we're very specific on this show.
No, he's just being a dick.
So that really counts for you?
No, it's an X for Sonny, so he does not get a point for that.
Don't worry, he ain't getting nothing. Comedy.
Comedy.
Is Daddy home?
He's on an adventure exploring mountains. He's been gone a long time.
Exploring mountains, huh? How long is he going to be gone?
Till next year.
Yeah? What about Mommy?
She lives in God's house with Jesus and Mary and the ghost, and the long-eared donkey and Joseph from the talking walnut.
Well, who the fuck takes care of you then?
Grandma.
Huh? What's her name?
Grandma.
I know this movie, too. I'm going to take a clue, please. See, I don't know enough of... Oh,
It's a robbery.
And then I don't know the answer. I'm just going to go with Bad Santa.
Oh, you said you didn't know the answer.
I lied. All right. Here is number 2. It is a drama.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Wow, I'm happy for you. You didn't get that last time I played it.
Your next one is comedy.
There are like 30 raised pizzas. They all claim to be the original, but the real one's on 11.
Elf. All right, here is your next one. It is comedy.
Christmas carolers. I hate Christmas carolers. Screeching voice, no blue sniffers.
I warned you, Brad.
Play that again.
Christmas carolers. I hate Christmas carolers. Screeching voice, no blue sniffers.
I warned you, Brad.
I'm going to have to pass.
That is Gremlins.
Yes,
Gremlins.
I didn't like it.
All right. This is action.
What sets off the metal detectors first? The lead in your ass or the shit in your brains?
Again.
What sets off the metal detectors first? The lead in your ass or the shit in your brains?
Oh, yeah, okay. Die Hard 2. What?
That is incorrect. I will give you one more opportunity. That is not the correct title.
Oh, for the love of sweet effing Jesus. Die Hard. Die Harder.
Can I have the complete title, please?
Die Hard, Die Harder.
Is that your final answer?
What the fuck are you looking for? You're pissing me off.
I want the correct title. 3 seconds.
Die Hard 2? Die Harder? Jesus Christ, you're being an asshole. You wait till next week. You wait till next week. I tried to keep this holiday friendly, and you're just being a complete jerk off.
Hey, that's the way the game's played. We need the correct title.
Fuck you. Let's see. What is this one? This one's a comedy, I think. And I don't even care. I hope it's a comedy. I hope it's something else.
My father worked in profanity the way other artists might work in oils or clay. It was his true medium, a master.
A Christmas Story. No, that is correct. That is correct.
It's time to dig deep. That only means one thing. It's time for questions from my sack.
Questions from My Sack is being sponsored by
Why don't you
Mr.
stick your fucking head in your sack?
Food and Shoe Repair in Pantego, Texas. Tell Mr. Bill you heard this ad and receive a 20% discount on any shoe repair. Find them online at MrBills.net, where they'll save your soul and gladly die for you. All right, the first question is, what's the last thing you do before you go to bed for the night? And we'll start with Holly.
Play Heyday.
Play Heyday, okay?
What the hell is Heyday?
A farming game.
Oh, God.
I gotta go milk my cows. I forgot.
Sonny?
You go.
Shut the TV off? I mean, technically, because I always watch a TV series before I go to bed, and that's it. So shut the TV off.
Me, I turn the TV on, put a DVD in, put my headphones on, and that's the name of the game.
And that's the name of the game. You can sleep with headphones on?
I don't know. They end up on the floor at some point.
See, I can't do
I
that.
have to sleep with headphones on because Amanda snores so loud.
All right. Next question is, who would win in a fight, Sonny or Dennis?
You go first.
Well, in either way, if it's a fist fight, I'm going to win. And if it's an intellectual fight, I'm going to win. So I'm going to win on both counts. Holly, who do you think would win?
I only say Dad because he punched me the other day and it really hurt.
I'm going to say it's a stupid question, which is irrelevant, because pro fighting is for sportsmen and street fighting is for losers. I participate in neither, so the question can go out the window.
All right. That's a very well-formed, lucid answer. All right. Last one is... Oh, I like this one. Which ship would you want to go into battle with? The Enterprise, the Millennium Falcon, or the Battlestar Galactica? Holly, we'll start with you.
Neither.
There are three of them, so that can't be a neither.
Either of them. I don't want any of them.
Do you know what they are?
Nope.
No? You have no clue? Do you know where the Enterprise is from?
Like what show?
Yeah.
Star Trek?
Good, very good. Do you know where the Millennium Falcon is from?
Trek?
No.
Star Wars.
Star Wars?
'Cause you always post that picture. It says, Happy birthday.
Yeah. Do you know where Battlestar Galactica is from?
Star Trek.
No. Battlestar Galactica?
Star Wars.
Battlestar Galactica? She doesn't get it. Battlestar Galactica is from Battlestar Galactica. Well, it depends. Do I get the ships that go with it, the fighter ships?
That's not the question. You're reading into it again, dummy.
Which ship would you want to go? Yes, but it matters.
It doesn't matter. That's not the question. That's
Well,
what
okay,
that's what you tell me.
okay.
It's not the question.
No, it does matter. Well, here, the Millennium Falcon is out. That's going to be the last one. It doesn't have enough weapons to win anything, so that's out. It's got speed, but other than that, it's got nothing.
Which one's the best one?
That's what we're trying to determine.
The bottom line is just the Galactica, obviously. It's got a complement of warships on board. It's got all kinds of weaponry in the armory. It's completely
It doesn't
and totally
have photon torpedoes, though.
It has everything.
It doesn't have photon torpedoes.
You don't even know that.
It doesn't. Yes, we know it doesn't have photon torpedoes.
Yeah, because it's copywritten word or something back then. They
It has
couldn't
no
use it.
torpedoes. It's got lasers, and that's all it has.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do know that.
That's all we saw. You never. They never sat there and pulled out the blueprints and told you, "Oh, it has this. It doesn't have this. doesn't have this. We can go the same thing with the Enterprise. Maybe
the Enterprise has a secret weapon we don't know about?
Maybe they got little lasers all over the place we just haven't
They do.
seen yet.
Well, the Enterprise D had the best because they could do a 360, but
the point
not
is,
all of them could.
The Galactica is a warship.
If it comes with the accoutrement, then yes, I'm going with Battlestar Galactica.
Looking for a little-known but great movie to watch this weekend? Then you're listening to the right podcast. Here's an awesome movie recommendation.
At this time of year, yes, I recommend any version of Scrooge. I'm going retro here, very retro. But if it's Christmas time, you should at least watch Scrooge once a year.
Holly just watched Scrooge, too. She watched it with George C. Scott.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, but anyway, any version's good.
Any version of Scrooge.
Even the half-animated Jim Carrey one was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
I have a recommendation for a Christmas movie.
Yes.
A Christmas Vacation.
That was Sonny's recommendation 3 weeks ago.
It's always good to watch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every year.
All right.
Sonny's pet peeve
of the week.
Okay, nothing gets on my nerves more than especially when it's the holiday time and the store is packed and you got people hustling, bustling, and pretty much stealing things out of each other's hands, and it's a madhouse, okay? You'll always get two people that decide with their big-ass shopping carts to stop right in the center and decide to have a life conversation about everything going on in their entire year. While people are trying to get by, and they could care less, pull off, go into a little island
go
in
into
between,
the jewelry island,
go into a sub aisle or something. You don't stand in the middle of the damn place where people are trying to traverse the store. Then, in the same instance, if you don't have the two people talking, you get the big and beautiful one. We're going to give it that title, just like Match.com does. The big and beautiful one. Or the big fat ass that decides it's got to get in front of you in a carriage, lean on it, and they got to walk as slowly as humanly possible, right in the center, not pull over to the right a little bit, not pull over to the left, give no space for anybody to get by, just sit there and just stroll along and just love it if somebody's standing behind, especially, it's like a school bus when they got 20 cars behind it. And damn it all, will you people get dressed and get out of your pajamas?
Interested in your very own shout-out? Let us know at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought. On Twitter at TalkFOT, or email us at talkfot@gmail.com. And you could be rewarded for listening.
I would like to give a shout out to Ross Weaver. Merry Christmas.
Who's Ross Weaver?
My boyfriend.
Oh, isn't that nice?
He's been featured on the show before.
Yeah, Ross, when you coming back, buddy? And I got a happy birthday shout out, first of all, to His Most High Jesus Christ this coming December 25th. It is Christmas, and remember, it is Jesus Christ's birthday. And a general shout out goes out to Santa Claus. May your journey be safe and free of reindeer flatulence.
All right, final thought time. Holly, do you have any final thoughts for the show?
It was a good show. I'm glad to be here.
Well, welcome. We love having you.
Thank you.
Next time, don't talk so much. Sonny, any final thoughts?
Yeah.
If any of you are looking for any last-minute gift ideas for me, I have one. I like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight.
Actually, Dennis Fountain, right here tonight.
I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over there on Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
That's my final thought.
That's your final thought.
No, my final thought is Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a very safe and very enjoyable Christmas season. We'll see you next week for our, what is it, our New
Year
Year's
in Review. Merry Christmas, everyone. Leave your opinion or your thoughts on our listener line at 413-612-8037. Reminding everyone to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought. Follow us on Twitter at TalkFOT. And don't forget to visit our website, fountainofthought.com, for past, future episodes and to register for our contests. And remember, everyone, be a fountain, not a drain.
The pain.
This is the biggest bag over the head punch in the face I ever got. God damn it! Hey, Griswold, where do you think you're gonna put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Master,
A lot of nerve talking like that, Griswold. I wasn't talking to you.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!